Friends, this summer we're making looking and feeling your best so much easier with these outfit formulas, and today we are talking about the apple shape. Now, got a little change of scenery and hopefully, not a change in demeanor, although I am coming, trying to get over the vid. Like, the vid got me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm bulk filming these because I'm like, now I feel good, but God forbid I say that too loud and the vid hears it, and then, it's like, oh yeah, it knocks me out again, so I'm trying to get these videos out. So, although these will come out over a couple of weeks, just know I'm in here filming these on a rainy Tuesday afternoon, right here, just trying to be unbored and healthy. Now let's make sure that we are on the same page. Apple shapes are defined by having the midsection being the widest part on the body. So as an apple, you might notice that your shoulder width and your hip width are more narrow than your midsection, than your waist. However, if you're looking to balance an apple shape, you want to make the midsection look more narrow, and you can do this with clothing. So think of outfit formulas as a body type cheat sheet, okay? It's not an outfit idea because you might see that some of these, the variations kind of look similar-ish, but there's silhouettes that you're like, okay, I know that no matter what, boom, 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 I can put this together and I'm gonna look good. And you can take the principles of this and adapt them for your personal style, your lifestyle, whatever situation that you're getting dressed for. So while I feel like I'm being extremely helpful here with these examples, don't feel like you have to be limited just by these examples. Here, it's just to kind of give you a jump start so that you can broaden your horizon. When I did that, kind of made my stomach hurt a little bit. And did I tell you on top of the vid, I'm having stomach problems? Like, oh my God. Okay, let's move on. So with an apple shape, wrap styles that create a diagonal line are going to be amazing. Probably, dare I say it, the ones that you want to probably zero in on when getting dressed. They're not the only way, but they're one way that you might want to zero in on. Now, before we move any further, let's talk really quickly about lines. Lines are super important when it comes to getting dressed and how you want your body to appear. Let's go over it really quickly and what the lines do and how they can make you look. So as I just mentioned with diagonal lines divide. So you wear them in areas where you want division and you avoid them in areas where you don't want division. Vertical lines lengthen and lean. You wear them in areas where you want to lengthen and lean. You avoid them where you don't. Horizontal lines shorten and widen. So you wear them in areas where you want to shorten and widen, and you avoid them in places where you don't want things shortened or widened. Now, lines are not just stripes or patterns in your clothing. There are many, 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 many ways that lines can be formed. They can be formed through your lapels, your hems, your cuffs. It could be a shoe strap. It could be your belt, hemlines, etc. So let's first kick this off with a category that I'm quite excited about. And I think I'm, the first to coin this phrase. Well, probably not. But it's the diagonal fit and flare dress. Let me show you. So this dress not only creates a diagonal line by the way that it's cut, but there's also diagonal lines in the pleating of the dress. This is going to create division in the midsection area, which is going to help to balance an apple shape. This also has a fit and flare silhouette, which is going to create the illusion of fuller hips. Now, folks, there are some limitations. I hate to be defined by limitations because I want to be unlimited. Okay, I am kind of limited sometimes by the visuals here, unless for some reason I'd be able to cast models who could work within my zero budget here for filming to model the clothing, which I have zero budget as well to get. But until then, we're gonna have to use these pictures of these people, and the pictures of the people, not everybody's gonna be an apple shape. However, you are with a professional here, so I do know that silhouettes are gonna work for an apple shape. And then here's another example with someone who's a different size. I mean, you get the idea. I just wanted to kind of, show you, some different body types and whatnot. And now here's another example. Now, this one is really cool because the bodice creates these diagonal lines. You see the design? It has these diagonal lines on the bodice, so it helps to snatch the wider midsection of an apple. However, did you notice that the direction of the lines change in the skirt part of the dress? Those lines, as well as the tiers, help to create a wider hip, so it's like snatch where you want it, wider where you need it, okay? And you can have the same silhouette and have some fun with it with something like this. Now, I know we've been showing a lot of arm arm. For me, I'm like, let the arms have it, but I do understand that some people don't like showing their arms at all, which is where something like this can come into play. This is more of like a play on the traditional wrap dress, except this is something that has that thin flare silhouette. So you're gonna have that wrap design that's going to help to snatch that midsection, make it more balanced, and then you have the fit and flare that is going to give the illusion of curvier hips. Now, with this look, we're taking the same concept, but we're translating it to separates. So you've got that diagonal line there that is going to help to snatch the midsection of an apple. And as a matter of fact, this outfit comes in a couple of variations. It's from ASOS. There's the top and the shorts, but then there's also a dress, and I think there's a top and a skirt. I'm not quite sure, but whatever is available will be linked in the description. Now, this kind of top is amazing because it does so much. It's pulling a lot of work, I would have to say. The shorts are just doing, you know, they're just there to cover, you know, because otherwise you're walking around pantsless, like what? But anyway, the top here is doing a lot of work because you've got the wrap that is going to help to snatch that midsection, but it's also got that fit and flare silhouette right on the wrap blouse itself that is going to give the illusion of fuller hips. Here's another example: wrap for the waist, ruffle for the hips, boom, boom, boom. Now, folks, if you watched our spring outfit formula series for your body type, you might notice that, you know, I kept these a little bit more to the point because I kind of felt like I went into everything in depth in the first series. So if you missed the first series, make sure you check that out. Now, if you were like, but I have a bigger bust and I'm an apple, or I have a bigger belay and I'm an apple, what do I do, Danielle? And you know, to that I say, well, you got your pick of the litter right here. If you have a bigger bust, check out this video here. If you have a bigger belly, check out this video here. You put it all together, and what you got, you looking this, you just looking all good. Look at you. Let me give you a little kiss, like, mwah. Click on either one there, and I'll see you there.